Hi everyone, it's Layla here, Just in Colors, and today I just wanted to talk a little bit about natural sweeteners. I wanted to talk about the ones that are best and, well, mainly just focus on that. So the one that's really great, and then all the way to the one that's like, you know, maybe not as healthy, but yet it's safe and it can be neutral. And also, if you just have it in moderation, you'll be good to go. So the first sweetener that I wanted to talk about, I believe it's one of the most natural remedies out there in healing. It's so ancient. It's been around for millions of years, and it's something that's great for the body. The body recognizes it well, and if you're in good health, this can be very safe. But if you do have certain conditions that compromises your sugar intake, then it's something that you should have very minimally. And I'll talk about the one that is actually safe that you can have if you have diabetes or something like that. But first, the main one is raw honey, and I'll open it up so you can see the texture. As you can see, it's really hard, and if I press it down, you can't really, it's not going to go anywhere. So this is what raw honey should look like, the texture. If it's really soft and gooey, then most likely it isn't. It's probably been to some kind of processing fee. So you want to focus on raw honey. So this one's really good. The next one, which is really safe, and if you're trying to cure candida or some kind of yeasted infection, then this is something that's safe. And also if you have diabetes, this is the stevia sugar. This is actually called New Naturals, and this is the brand that people mostly like. I like it. Everyone that I refer to, even if they had other kinds of stevias, normally they prefer this brand because it has a better taste. And what stevia is, it's simply a plant. Also very herbally. It's been around, and you can get it in the liquid. This is actually the powder one, but they have it in a liquid form, which I don't have right now, but it's sort of shaped like this. This is not a stevia, but it comes in a bottle like that, and it's actually the cleanest one. But you could always grab these if you're on the go and you use them a lot. This is actually a great package. It has 100 of it, so it'll last you a while. And you can find it. I bought this one for $6.79. So look out, because if you're in places like Whole Foods, it might be right around $10. It'll probably cost you $9 something. So look around and try to find the best deal. Usually the local health markets is where you'll find it for a better price. So look out for that. And this you can have, for the most part, even if you're juicing per se, and you're doing you're adding more vegetable intake, which is always great. It's great for healing, great for energy, of course. But if you're still getting used to the taste of having many vegetables, you could always throw in a stevia, nice and safe and clean, and it will give a nice little sweet taste to your juice. So it's great. The next sweetener that's really good is maple syrup. I know you guys have seen this, used it. It's a really good one, and I always get grade A. I get grade A of maple syrup, and also the honey. And this, I bought this one at Trader Joe's. I tend to find Trader Joe's a lifesaver. You can buy so many things and save a lot of money. That one cost about $7, and it's 12 ounces, so it's a pretty good one. As if you were to go to another market and purchase a different brand, it might cost you a little bit more. So sometimes don't fall so much for that. Just also have to look out for your pocket as well as your health. So it's important. The next sweetener that I wanted to talk about is the agave. And the agave, everyone seems to use and like more, and it's sweeter, but it's not as safe as if you were to use the stevia and so on. But if you're baking, if you're doing things like that, you could always play around with agave. But I wouldn't put it in, let's say, your juice or your drink or something that you have daily. It's not, you don't want to use it all the time. So that's agave. And then the next one is the nectar, the coconut nectar. And any brand is really good. I mean, always I tell everyone, look out for the ingredients. And if it's anything weird, then don't get it. But this is just simply organic coconut sap nectar. And I don't know if you could see it, but right there, you can see the ingredients. So, and that's all I recommend. Everything else, the powdery sugar, not saying that it isn't, good, but it's a lot more acidic, a lot more dehydrated. And if you have all these choices of the natural sweeteners, then just give your palate a chance to try to get used to it and eventually make it work for you, because it's the cleanest, safest ways as far as when it comes to sweeteners. So, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about, this is just aside from the sweeteners, it's a really great tip. I know I spoke about sweeteners and, people being compromised, and if they have a diabetic situation and so on. It's something that I actually love and been drinking for a while. But then I came to realize, wait, these two ingredients are awesome. It's the yerba mate tea, which I love. It's the only tea that I have for the most part, but there are other good teas out there. But this one, for sure, it's safe, it's clean. And what I've been doing, so I'll have that, and then I'll add a little bit of cinnamon to it. As you can see, it's done. I have this daily. And with the cinnamon and these two combined, these two major components are an amazing product, and something that, people with diabetes can have. It's really good for people with diabetes. It's also, a cancer fighting, I call it machine, because cinnamon is also so very healing. But that was just a small tip. I really wanted to talk about the sweetener, but I always like to leave everyone with something extra to kind of go by. So if you have an aunt or an aunt, and someone who let's say if they have diabetes, then this is great to share with them. And just make them a nice cup of tea when they come over, or you go by, just make this for them, and they'll be happy. And here's another trick too. Say someone who loves Starbucks, but they know they shouldn't be having it all the time. Well, you can go to Starbucks and get a few cups, and you can actually make this tea for them and bring it in the Starbucks cup, and they'll think that they're having something from Starbucks. This is how I got my kids into this, tricking them, not letting them see what's in the glass, or what they're actually drinking. And before you know it, they were having all kinds of green juices. So it works. It's a little trick, but it works. It works great. So thank you so much, and I just wanted to share this with you. And there'll be many more videos just with tiny little tips, because I know every little thing helps. And for me, I'm always looking for information. So whenever I get it, I try to sink it in and share it with others, because this is what this is about. Health is not something that you hold in and all to yourself. If you discover something and you know that it works well, share it with everyone else. I'm telling you, you're literally planting some serious health seeds and setting us all up for long term. So I thank you again, and I'll continue to share with you. In the meantime, stay healthy. Ciao.